everybody, Justin Finn here. It is day number 12. 12 videos down and gonna do 90 videos, 90 days. Want to talk about books and what books have done for me, obviously personally, professionally, and how that is related to business. Real estate, they say it's location, location, location. That is true. And with knowledge, they say you should read, read, read. And when I say they, I'm talking about some of the most successful people in the business world. If you look at Warren Buffett has kind of famously said that he reads like 500 to 600 pages a day, that there's some days where he can spend reading about 5 hours a day, newspapers and corporate annual reports, and that's how he accumulates his knowledge. So when you think of compounding of interest with money, Warren always has talked about that same compounding of knowledge with reading. And that's really what I try to do. So today I went to Barnes & Noble, just left Barnes & Noble, and it's just I love going there. Just kind of something about walking around the bookstore, being surrounded by all them books and knowledge, and I don't know, it's just kind of like Zen-like for me. I did pick up a new book. I'll show you the new book before I end the video today. But quickly, the one thing that really has saved me professionally has been reading, has been my enjoyment to read and my willingness to read. Really all kinds of different stuff. I mean, I'm not that big of a fiction reader, but I do love biographies and obviously reading about the markets and investments, and then about business and how successful people have done it. I feel that that's where books can be our best mentors. I mean, if you don't, for probably the majority of us, 99% of us are never going to be able to sit down with Warren Buffett or sit down with Bill Gates or sit down with Malcolm Gladwell or, presidents or, big CEOs of companies. So how can we then gain and get the knowledge from these people? And it is in books. So if we take the time and we read, then we can acquire that knowledge. There's certain books that I'll read and, I may only get one or two things out of it, but to me, that's still very, very successful. There's a lot of topics that I will read over and over and over again. I'm just that type of person. I kind of need to read kind of the same subject over and over for it to really, really stick and for me to really get it, but that's okay. Some people can read a book once and they completely comprehend it. Others have to read it multiple times. It doesn't really matter. It's just matters that you're continuing to read. My goal is I try to read about 50 to 100 pages a day, certainly way less than kind of what Warren does. But at the same point, I've been able to gradually build my knowledge base over the years by doing that and by trying to stay as consistent I can with that. What reading has done for me and for my business is really allowed me to have conversations with people on a different level that maybe I could never have those conversations because I didn't have the knowledge. So when we're reading, at least when I'm reading, one, it's about to see what's going on, certainly current events, and to stay up to speed. But the other piece is when I'm reading, it's really just about to try to gain knowledge and different perspectives. So when I'm in a business setting and having a conversation, I can talk about a certain book, and maybe they've read it, they haven't read it, and I can, give a good recommendation, or they can give me a recommendation on a book, and then we can follow up and we can have a discussion about it. So it really takes, it takes conversations to a higher level, to a more intellectual level. And I think that's always good from a business standpoint when you're trying to be out there, sharing knowledge with others. So that's my daily kind of win with Finn. Read. I'm going to continue to read. This is the book that I did get right here. It is called Loonshots. I'm going to put it right here. Loonshots, Safi Bahcall. And this book was recommended, actually, Bill Gates. It was one of his top books that he has recommended. Malcolm Gladwell and a lot of other, basically like all the CEOs in America have recommended this book. It did say it's an autographed copy, but they told me that it didn't cost any extra money. So Safi Bahcall is the author of this book. So it looks like Safi Bahcall's autograph is worth the same as mine. But that's it. Have a great day, And anyway, share. I don't know what you're reading, but I'd love to hear what you're reading. And maybe if anybody's read this book, Loonshots. All right. Talk to you.